introduce us, weighing in at 280 pounds, Rocky Raymond, the Bushwhackers.
And we're back, Empire Pro Wrestling, coming at you, the best of the best from Pennsylvania, the WWA right here. Yours truly, Rocky Raymond, often imitated but never duplicated, right here at the Great 8. Don't hesitate. It's getting closer and closer to the night of the treat. It's trick or treat right here in Revere coming up. All you people, as you can see, Rocky Raymond, yours truly. Not often get to commentate my own matches, but here at the Great 8, we do it all shot and Paul. As you can see, it's me, BBB, with a brutal kick to the midsection now, and a brutal chop. Oh, lights up like a Christmas tree, because the holidays are coming, and Rocky Raymond's humming right here. Oh yeah, all the holidays are coming, whether it be Oktoberfest, whether it be, November with Thanksgiving, all the white meat, I keep it complete, oh yeah, as well as all the other great things. And all you people in Boston all know that we have all the great things in Boston. We have traffic jams, smoking bands, and Red Sox fans, oh yeah, take it from me, it's BBB, we have the great man, we have all the great baseball players, don't forget, tonight's the big game, don't be ashamed right here in Boston, the curse, the Bambino curse may be lifted, the 1918 curse, as well as the great baseball stars that we have. We got, lo and behold, we got Johnny B. Good, we got Manny Ramirez, we got Cabrera, we got Johnny Damon, the big man. He hit the big home run coming up in that last game. Sent New York back. Oh, yeah. Johnny B. Good. Oh, yeah, it was 3-3. That's right. The RBIs. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got it all right here. The home run at the top of the fourth made it 8-1. Oh, yeah, we sent Pretty Boy Jeter back to New York City. Matsua, he's at some sushi bar in Japan now. Posada, he went back to take a patata. And then Cairo, he went back to Egypt. And then as well as Clark and Rodriguez, they took it all. They went back to Puerto Rico. Meanwhile, back in the middle of the ring, you got BBB. He was truly knocking the sense out of this man. Tom Adams, the cowboy from Pennsylvania, if you will. Now we want to go back to all these great names in baseball, because tonight's the big one. It's the big game. We can take it all right here in Boston. Take it on back. Oh, yeah, the 1918 curse of the Bambinos. We got rid of Snake Eyes Rivera. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got rid of all those New York fans. We shut them right up. And we want to thank Kevin Brown for that great pitching game, that last game that Boston sent New York reeling right back to New York City, just like that pitch did. Pretty Boy Jeter, he's watching the game from the bench, all right. He's watching from some love seat at his house, if you will. He's going back to car commercials, as well as that Snake Eyes Rivera. Don't trust him. Those eyes go each way, as well as Matsui. He's back at the sushi house now in Japan. And we want a great thanks to all the great Red Sox players, as you well know. Lo and behold, Johnny B. Good, Manny Ramirez, and the big man, Ortez, David Ortez, the big man, sending them out. Oh yeah, on top. He's the one. First home run, 2-0 in that last game that sent New York reeling back to New York City. Oh yeah, tonight's the big one. Back in the ring right now, it's Rocky Raymond, yours truly, with a shoulder tackle on the Pennsylvania Cowboy, if you will now, singeing in deep now for that double butterfly, if you will, the butterfly suplex now on the Cowboy, as you see that devastating leg drop now, down across the chest of this victim, if you will. And it's just a 2 count now, as this Pennsylvania Cowboy seems to have a hard time with yours truly. As you very well know, in the weeks to come, you're going to be seeing the Great 8 with the great matches from the Boston Garden, Madison Square Garden, as well as all around the world, the Mat Classics. And you know, the Bruno Sammartino interview is coming this week. It's coming this week. Oh, what's this? My foot was on the rope. Referee! Take note, my foot was on the ropes, fans. That was a legal pin. That is definitely that referee was in the wrong position. My leg was on the ropes. This groveling referee looks more like a reverend. You're supposed to have a striped shirt like a zebra. Oh boy, what a ripoff here. My foot was definitely on the ropes. The referee was out of position here at Empire Pro Wrestling. We'll be right back. We're here at World Gym Summit with the living legend Bruno Sammartino. It's me, it's BBB, the only man that can bring the oldest, the best, the foundation of professional wrestling to Boston. Here he is, the living legend Bruno. Tell him a couple of words in Italian, Bruno.
Well, a tutti voi cari paesani di qui di Boston, sono tanto contento di trovarmi qui in Boston, vi saluto a tutti e vi ringrazio sempre per tutti gli anni fa che mi avete dato tanto il coraggio e il supporto qui a Boston.
And remember to watch Empire Pro Wrestling, the best of the best. The living legend's going to be there. The interview's coming. Watch it from 10 to 11 on the Grade 8 with who? The living legend.
Well, thank you, Rocky. Looking forward to it.
The best there is. Bruno Sammartino, be there.
Randy Alexander. And the champion from Hollywood, California.
Empire Pro Wrestling, the best coming at you right here from Pennsylvania. The WWWA right here. And all you people out there know that professional wrestling at its best, lady professional wrestling at its best, right here at Empire Pro Wrestling. Often imitated but never duplicated right here on the Grade 8 right here, or wherever you might be watching this particular night. A professional wrestling brought to you by Empire Pro Wrestling Cam. That's right, Randy Alexander, match 1,144. As you can see, caught from behind again. Oh, introducing to top turnbuckle number 1 is the Boston bad girl, Brittany Brown, as she introduced her to the second one. And this girl is no party, if you will. Rough and ready. Oh yeah, big scoop slam coming up now by Brittany Brown. Well educated in the field of professional wrestling, trained by the fabulous Moolah, if you will. As well as all the great territories that she has wrestled in throughout the years. The LIWA, as well as the WWA, as well as all the other independent, the IWF, the EPW, the NWA, all the independents. That's right, this girl is from coast to coast and border to border. She's conquering them all, short and tall. And Brandy Alexander evidently doesn't get a hint that the Boston Bad Girls is too tough for her. As she goes into a big roll-up now, Brandy Alexander, no, not the cocktail. Oh, a big drop kick now, sending Brittany Brown railing just a little bit. As you can see the size difference in these two girls. Oh, a missile drop kick off the top rope by Brandy Alexander. As you can see the Boston Bad Girl flipping around like a flounder. And this referee, if you will, requesting this match, looking more like a reverend. Irish whip out of the corner now as Brandy Alexander sends Brittany Brown railing with a clothesline now, cleaning her clock now. This little girl got the tenacity of a devil dog. Oh no, not a devil dog. I mean a pit bull. I'm sorry. As well as many, many, many kicks now with her educated feet now as she launches the Boston Bad Girl up to that top rope. And they're going back and forth, tooth and nail now. Heavy, heavy blows back and forth. Oh, she sent Brittany Brown railing off that top rope down into that hard basketball floor. As you can see at Empire Pro Wrestling, as well as all the other independents, there is no mats at ringside. And you're not going to see no dipsy-doos. You're not going to see no wedding gown matches here, or lingerie matches, or pancake mix, or whatever you want to get thrown in a pool of mud. Oh no, it's professional wrestling, like it says on the marquee, with the fabulous Moolah many, many moons ago established her name in the old WWF by holding that title, I don't know, somewhere around 18, 19, 20 years, if you will. As well as her sidekick, Johnny Mae Young. Oh yeah, I watched her down in Las Vegas in a couple of matches get her head rammed against the wall. But she came back to win the match. Oh yeah, Johnny Mae Young, as well as the fabulous Moolah. Meanwhile, back in the ring, and the WWA rules here in Pennsylvania, the Boston Bad Girl, Brittany Brown, very well-established girl, as well as many, many, many matches against this Brandy Alexander, who just does not want to quit until she takes that title back to Louisiana, if you will, down in the bayou. I believe she's from down there now. Formerly from Connecticut, now making her way down to the southern part of the world, the Sun Belt, wrestling for such great names as Harley Race's independent wrestling down there, as well as that Jim Cornette now, and making her way back to Boston in the New England area once in a while, trying to take the Empire Pro Ladies Championship, covetedly worn by the Boston Bad Girl, Brittany Brown, has worn the title for some many, many years now. And as you can see, the chain wrestling ability, the agility of the Boston Bad Girl, Brittany Brown, as she goes into a chicken ring, back into a schoolgirl, because I don't want to call her schoolboy, because this is the Ladies Championship match. As you can see, Brandy Alexander in a deep, deep arm drag on the tall glass of water, if you will, coming down now with a big leg drop with a short arm scissor now. And Brandy Alexander, no, not the cocktail now, if you will. That's another story. And we're on the mat now with the Boston Bad Girl. She will not stay on her back for very long because, as you well know, champions will not stay on their back no matter what. No matter what here at the Great 8. We got it all short and tall. We want to give a yell out to Johnny Damon. Tonight's the big night. Maybe he'll hit another Grand Slam home run. And the big giant David Ortiz, as well as the man that has a bad hair day, but it's okay as long as he hits it out of the park, Manny Ramirez. How about that little spark plug, Cabrera? Oh yeah, they'll be hitting them hard, hitting them right, hitting them tight. We're going to take it home tonight right here in Boston. It's the 1918 curse. Oh, I'm so elated. Bambino. Oh, it's going to be all over. Johnny be good. Lo and behold. Oh, yeah. Bring them on. We got it all right here. We got them all right here in Boston. It's our year. It's the year of the World Series right here. And we're talking about the World Series of Independent Pro Wrestling. That's right. It's me. It's BBB. Empire Pro Wrestling bringing you a special interview. No one could get it. No one could have it. But we have it right here at the Great 8. It's Rocky Raymond and the living legend Bruno Sammartino. Meanwhile, back in the ring, it's Brandy Alexander with the Boston Crab on the Boston Bad Girl. Now, these two girls have wrestled about, I would say, anywhere near 1,000 to 1,000, at least 1,000 matches. You think this Brandy Alexander would not turn her back on her in the beginning of the match, which could be the most fatal part of the match because the beginning is much like the end. And you can see a step over toe hold now on the Boston Bad Girl, Brittany Brown, and Brandy Alexander in control of the match now. And this referee who requested this match early on with the promotion, saying that he would be the most successful in maintaining the composure of these two lovely ladies of the Empire Pro Wrestling Championship. And you can see Brittany Brown shoots into the ropes now with a big monkey flip now. And Brandy Alexander starting to feel a little oozy, if you will. Now watch out now, because this Boston Bad Girl, Brittany Brown, very devastating as she gives you a signal. Oh yeah, and that was the direction we don't want to send nobody in. And you got it with that astronomical hair pull, if you will. Oh yeah. Grabs her by the head of her hair, 2 hands full of hair, launching her up to the top about 3 or 4 feet, and then railing down on the spine of her back, if you will. And you know, this Brittany Brown very, very devastating. As you can see, she outweighs this girl by a few pounds. But this girl has the tenacity of a pit bull. Off the ropes now as she grabs her with 2 hands full of hair. Gives her the whirly bird. Oh, yeah, this Brittany Brown, a very dirty wrestler, trained by the fabulous Moolah. As she got her foot right across the larynx of Brandy Alexander. I don't think she's going to be doing no singing tonight. As you can see, a snap man now by Brittany Brown, the more experienced, if you will, as she goes in with a blatant chokehold now, as well as this referee who requested this match, like I told you earlier. Going up to that top rope now like a cat now, it's Brittany Brown, 6'2", eyes of blue, double axe handle, but nobody home. And this Brandy Alexander now looks like she's trying to get the crowd behind her as she sinks her in deep now for a deep suplex now, bridging her body. Oh, a big shuka to the stomach now as this girl, the Boston bad girl, she's got more moves than a bowl of jello. Oh, yeah, she's the reflex of perfection coming in your direction. Oh, she whips into that corner now, and it's oh, she went into that brick wall now. She ran into that brick wall, as you can see. Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, she's got that leverage on her. Another victory. Has this referee? Has he? Yes, another victory for Brittany Brown.
And still, ladies champ, Brittany Brown.
You better believe it. And outside the ring, a very, very upset fan. Watch out, he might get to the parking lot. These fans are crazy, crazy people, and they're railing back at the Boston bad girl. And this crowd does not like her, to say the least. We'll be right back.
We're here at World Gym in Somerville. Oh, I'm so elated. I can only be here. It's me, it's BBB. We're here with the Great 8 and the living legend, Bruno Sammartino. All you people, watch it from 10 to 11. It's the best of Empire Pro Wrestling with this man, the living legend. Tell him, Bruno.
That's right. Be sure and watch it, because if you want to see the best of yesteryear and whatever, this is the place to be.
Be there!
And we're back. Empire Pro Wrestling coming at you from the Great 8. The best of the Empire Pro Wrestling camp. Yours truly, Rocky Raymond, often imitated but never duplicated, right here at the Great 8. Coming into the ring right now, you've got the Mercenaries, managed by this Gilligan's Island clone, if you will. Looks like he's been eating pancakes on a boat. And they're tag team champions of this organization down here in Pennsylvania, the WWE. And it looks like this man, he does not look like the captain on Gilligan's Island. He looks like a degenerate from Pennsylvania. Jim Miranda Nighthawk goatee, if you will. Along with these two big boys called the Mercenaries. And that manager looked like he fell off the Twinkie truck. Oh yeah, out of shape grabber. Another wannabe manager. And the crowd. Oh yeah, they'll tell you where to go right here.
482 pounds.
And the crowd love these guys. Oh yeah, they're legends in their own right. The Bushwhackers, better known as the Sheep Herders back in the day. One of the most brutal tag teams in all of wrestling. Some brutal matches down in Florida, Puerto Rico, in the Sun Belt. As well as the third Sheep Herder, if you will, Jonathan Boyd. How many people remember Jonathan Boyd? Oh yeah, a little shock robber with a white beard. But these two guys stand out to be the most of the color. That's right. Wrestled throughout the WWF as the famous Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch. Oh yeah, they're dancing with you tonight. And we got the big game tonight here in Boston. Oh yeah, this ain't going on till Friday. We're duping, we're looping. Oh yeah, we're right here in the studio of the Great 8. And meanwhile, back in the ring, it's the Bushwhackers dancing with the crowd. Yeah, this is the dancing part of the show. So go ahead, get your dancing dress on, grab yourself a drink, and dance with the Bushwhackers here tonight at the best of Empire Pro Wrestling from the WWA Pennsylvania. Now getting back to the baseball, if you will, a couple of applications going out to the Biscoteki. Matsui put an application in for cutting up at the sushi bar. Since being retired from the New York Yankees, if you will, we shut them right up. Oh yeah, Pretty Boy Jeter just applied up on the Limway. A couple of car lots up there. He wants to do some car commercial again. Pretty Boy Jeter. Pretty Boy Jeter, see you later, Gator. As well as Posada, Cairo, and Clark, as well as Rodriguez, they headed back to Puerto Rico, looking for a taco stand out in Puerto Rico, looking for an application, making some good tacos, as well as that Snake Eyes Rivera. Oh yeah, we took him back. And the Bambino curse has been lifted, if you will. 1918 to 2004, we're going to give you some more. Right at the grade 8, so don't hesitate. Get your grandma out of the kitchen, get your sister off the phone, get your brother off those chat lines, and watch the best of Empire Pro Wrestling right here. Oh yeah, the grade 8, we got it all. I feel bad for those New York Yankees, though. Oh, no, I don't. What are you talking about? I'm kind of glad Pretty Boy Jeter. Oh, yeah, he'll be changing tires. I don't think so. That's just an expression. We love it here in Boston. We put you to shame right here. The Boston Red Sox have been waiting so long to sing a song. And don't forget, don't change the station. Don't get out of your seat. It's Bruno Sammartino, the living legend, the interview with Rocky Raymond at World Gym in Somerville. That's right. We got it coming to you momentarily, so don't get off your seat. Right here at the Grade 8. Oh, yeah. Empire Pro Wrestling, the best of the best, coming at you. The EPW cam with the Bushwhackers. They have a little dance-a-thon in the ring right now. As you can see, this grobbler, this big grobbler. He looks like some kind of a clone from Gilligan's Island, if you will, with that big pineapple drink, as well as that big giant rope chain, as well as that flamboyant shirt, if you will, coming off the island. But let me tell you something about the Bushwhackers. Oh, yeah, they're a legendary tag team. And never turn your back on a bush. Never turn your back on a whacker, because together they're the Bushwhackers. Okay, getting back to the song singing now. Oh, yeah, they said that we were the champions, and the Bushwhackers, they're going to be the champions. Oh, we got the great interview coming up with the living legend. That's right. So don't you go away. Don't you go away. And tonight, tune in. Tune in to the baseball game of the World Series with the Boston Red Sox. That's right. Tonight, the big lineup, Manny Ramirez, Cabrera, Johnny B. Good. Oh, yeah. As well as the big giant David Ortiz. As well as the French version of the pronunciation of Bill Miller. Parlez-vous français, if you will. And you know him, man, is very good. He's from France. As well as Cabrera, the little Mexican, if you will, the little jumping bean, the Latin sensation, I don't know, Pedro. No, not Pedro Morales. The pitcher, Pedro, come on. Did you see that game last night? He pitched those Cardinals right back to their nest. That's right. 3 games straight. Don't hesitate. Tonight might be right. We'll take the series. We'll take it all. It's the World Series right here in Boston. I can't believe it. I'm so elated. Other than all the excitement going on with the Bruno Sammartino interview coming up. Oh, yeah. Don't forget the only man in New England that can bring Bruno Sammartino interview to you. It's me, red, white, and blue. It's me. It's BBB. Big, bold, and beautiful, but not too bold to hold. Oh, yeah, as you can see, Wayne Mile back in the ring. We've got these guys that are finally going to tie up into a side headlock now. As you can see, is that Butch or is that Luke? It looks like it's Butch. Butch is in the ring with a side headlock now. And this man, one of the mercenaries, got it clamped down tight as he whips him into the ropes now. The Irish whip now. Oh, dropping the clothesline now. And he's going in for a deep. Oh, an eye poke by Butch. Oh, he's going into the Kista Bista. Oh, yeah, he's taking a bite out of you tonight. Oh, he's going for that November to remember. That's right. Thanksgiving's coming up. He's going for the white beat now. It could be clothesline. Oh, these Bushwhackers are unbelievable. They're going to go back into their dance. They're going to prance right here in Pennsylvania. I'm so elated I can't take it anymore. These Bushwhackers, they should be called the Dance Whackers. They're doing more dancing and prancing. They did 2 holds so far in this match. And Butch. Oh, watch out now. Luke is sneaking up the side now. He sees a big man coming up there now. The manager, he's a big side of beef now. As you can see him sneaking up now. He's looking like to be very hungry at this point. And it looks like this man, this groveling manager, he looks to be like some kind of, I don't know. He looks like he's copying Jim the Anvil Neidhart style goatee. Oh, watch out now. Oh, he took a big bite out of crime there. Oh, yeah. And this man, oh, he felt the teeth of Luke and Butch, the Bushwhackers, better known as the Sheep Herders, as I mentioned earlier, but the 3rd Sheep Herder, Jonathan Boyd. I don't know how many wrestling fans remember Jonathan Boyd. He used to manage Abdul the Butcher, the man from the Sedan, as well as many other wrestlers that went out through the ICW, and then made their way back to the WWF, better known as the WWE now, if you will. And back in the ring, it's the mercenary now. Look like he's going to show the referee what took a chunk out of crime here. Oh, no, he doesn't want to see that. He'd rather be refereeing the girls' match. As you can see, he's got a broken wrist now in the back after refereeing that girls' match. Wondering what he was doing back there, if you will. And you can see outside the ring, it's that chunky, punky, oh yeah, it's that Gilligan's Island lookalike. We're going to be right back right now.
Steelface right here. Watch the best of Empire Pro Wrestling, the best of the steel cage. 1, 2, 3, and 4's coming. And so is in Trick or Treat right here at KBL TV, the Great 8. Be careful. Watch where you go.
Woohoo! And right here is Trick or Treat. It's October again, so bring a friend. It's the best of Empire Pro Wrestling coming at you from the Great 8. Oh no, it's not too cool. It's not Scotty Too Hardy. It's not the Worm, if you will. It's me. It's BBB. Watch the best of Empire Pro Wrestling coming at you. And remember the Bruno Sammartino interview. It's coming. It's coming. Right here in this corner with Rocky Raymond, and we got a special guest. All you people in Boston, you can never forget this name. Often imitated but never duplicated, not in this lifetime. This man went all over the world, Australia, all over every place, Japan, wrestled all the big names, whether it be the Giant Baba, Ivan Koloff, Lou Albano, the legend, the king of endurance, Killer Kowalski, the man that had the iron claw. I wrestled him once too, you know, when I was 21. And he blew me up. But right now, let's go to this man, the living legend, Bruno Sammartino, right here in this corner. Great to see you, Bruno.
Thank you, Rocky. Good to be here.
Well, it's great, come out of my character a little bit here and give you a great interview. But you know, in professional wrestling today, if you don't have a character, you're not much of anything. But back in your day, it was boots and tights. And I want you to tell a little bit about the old days of wrestling, what it meant to go into the ring with a pair of trunks, a pair of boots, and what I call Bruno Sammartino charisma.
Well, in those days, you know, we had such great talent. You mentioned the Kowalskis, the Koloff, Tanaka, Bill Miller, Don Leo Jonathan. I could go on and on and on. And these guys, in my opinion, they were all great athletes. They were always in great shape. No drugs. They were strictly legitimate endurance and bodies from hard training and so forth. And when we went in the ring, I think that we gave the people some wrestling. We gave them some roughhousing. But overall, we showed them our great conditioning, we showed them our wrestling skills, and we showed them our strength. We showed them a lot of stuff, and it was all, in my opinion, all legit in the sense of that there was no chemicals, so there was no exaggerations like it followed years later. And so I miss those days, and unfortunately, I have to be honest, I'm not crazy about the turn that wrestling took.
Now, basically, back to professional wrestling as you knew it back in the day. You traveled all over the world, and a lot of times, you were never on TV. I remember as a kid, they never showed Bruno Sammartino on a TV Saturday afternoon, very rarely. Mm-hmm. But now they got these wrestling. I know you don't watch professional wrestling. You're better off watching Scooby-Doo or some kind of cartoon. But the intensity of building up a wrestler being back in the day where there was only like 14, 15 guys underneath you. There wasn't 30, 40, 50 guys like there are now.
Nah. In those days, I would appear on television a lot, but strictly to do interviews, to talk about my opponent, to talk about if it was going to be in a Boston Garden, or let's say like it was against Kowalski. I would be talking about my upcoming match with Kowalski, what I expected as far as my opponent and his abilities and what have you. So they were interviews strictly to talk about the upcoming match. But the thing was, it was in a Boston Garden or Madison Square, whatever, where people came to see the matches. And like you said, we had maybe 5 other matches underneath it, sometimes maybe 6, but that was it. And so it's completely changed because now they give it everything on television, and perhaps that's why maybe the arenas around the country are not doing so well at all.
Well, it's like putting the people in the seats. You have to build up a name, but now there's so many names they're projecting from one crowd to another. But we want to talk a little about this thing that we're going to try to be doing with this Matt Classic stuff, with these great matches that were filmed all over the country, whether it be Madison Square Garden. I know Pittsburgh was a great town for your hometown, as well as Boston. I mean, can you name 3 of the top towns that were your favorite towns that you'd wrestled for when you were in the old WWF with Willie Gilzenberg and Cookie and all those guys?
Right, that's right. Oh, very simple. My 3 favorite towns in those days was Boston, New York, and Philadelphia. Of course, Pittsburgh too, because it's my town. But away from home, these three were the great, because Boston Garden here, the people used to chant my name, and they would always have practically a full house. And the people just treated me so great. And I have to say the same thing with when I appeared in Madison Square Garden. A lot of the Italians, of course, and they would chant my name and so forth. It was really a thrill. In Philadelphia, I was treated well too. But every place I wrestled in the United States, I would have to call these three as for me, my favorite three towns.
And the credibility of a professional wrestler showing up, whether they're injured, or back injury, a knee injury, a neck injury, a twisted anything. And at that particular time, there wasn't fill-ins that they could pull in off the bench. It's more like a baseball game now. You can pull someone right off the bench. But these guys had to perform each and every night, whether they were injured or not. The guys like the Sheik, the original Sheik from Detroit, you wrestled them very, very brutal matches. Kowalski, the King of Endurance, he was one of your more brutal matches. You compare these matches to these people, these young kids that talk about ECW, Extreme Wrestling. Extreme Wrestling was always in professional wrestling, because that's what it said on the marquee. Professional wrestling, it was always extreme, not just because some guy made up some music and put a couple of guys in the ring and made it blood, sweat, and tears. It was always extreme, Bruno. It was always extreme.
Well, it was extreme, yes, but it was in the ring, basically. Sure, we went outside the ring sometimes. Sure, you saw a chair fight, but you didn't see this nonsense with the garbage cans, step ladders, drums, I mean, all this kind of stuff. That I don't understand where it came from. But in those days, if you looked at my era of wrestling, with the Kowalski, the Koloff, you see all these guys with the busted nose, the cauliflower ears, because that came from hard blows within the ring with one another, using the wrestling maneuvers and very stiff elbows and fists sometimes, and the feet sometimes. But there were no garbage cans, there were no step ladders around to do the stuff that they called extreme wrestling. I didn't even understand what that had to do with professional wrestling. So in those days, I think there were a lot of tough guys, and they went in the ring, and we all got marked up, we all got our injuries. And yes, I remember having busted fingers, a cracked rib, busted my nose 11 times, but you still had to go, because if you were the headliner, they advertised you, that's what people expected to see, and by gosh, no matter what the pain, you had to go in there and you just do the best you could.
And I'm sure there was plenty of nights that you could have just sat out and said, listen, I can't do it. But you never canceled a show that I remember, and I was a fan going back to the 70s, and you always showed up. There's only one time you were pinned. You were pinned by the fog. You were pinned by the fog in Boston one time. The plane couldn't land.
The plane couldn't land, but the other time what I did miss too was when I broke my neck in 1976, where I was in a hospital for over a month. Then, of course, you missed. But as far as other injuries like a fracture or torn muscle, pulled ligaments, or busted nose or stuff like that, nah, you didn't miss. You had to go on.
Well, there wasn't too many people that could get a professional wrestler in the middle of the ring in a hammerlock and get the crowd counting. There's no crowd reaction to where they were into the match, where the matches had psychology, they had meaning to the match. The return match meant something. They put matches on now, they're returning 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 times. They're wrestling each other 20 times within 1 month, where you wrestled the same guy in the main event. You came around, you wrestled them, and then it became something. It meant something. It was a story.
Well, it's because of the way we did the match, and it's like you say, it was a story, because the first match led to a second, and then led to a third. Today they go in there, they do all these flip-flops, somersaults, this and that, but there's not really a whole lot of meaning to any kind of a build-up for next month or whatever. So it's a completely different ball game.
Is there anything that you'd like to say to the younger people out there that are per se using the wrong kind of things to enhance their ability, their size, and their strength in the department of which you really wouldn't say you to do at this time?
You mean wrestlers? I would tell anybody who would want to be a wrestler, I would say that do it legitimately, train hard, get into a wrestling program, whether it be in high school or college or whatever, but train with the weights, do conditioning training as well, whether it be running or swimming or endurance work. But do it naturally, because ultimately you're an athlete, you want your health to be great, you want to be great at what you do, but at the same time maintain great health at the same time.
Bruno Sammartino, we want to talk a little bit more about the MAC Classics from Boston Garden, Madison Square Garden, the EPW cam goes from coast to coast and border to border, and we want to just show you something that maybe you people haven't seen. This is an 8mm Super 8 camera right here, Bell and Howell, but it's now going to be named the Bruno Sammartino camera, because we took a lot of these matches that you're going to be seeing on the Grade 8 or wherever you see them around the world, because they're going to go coast to coast and border to border shortly. We're going to have Bruno sign this camera, and it's going to become the legendary Bruno Sammartino camera.
And we want to thank you again, Bruno, for coming down and being with
My
us.
pleasure. My pleasure. Okay.
Well, we've taken up your time. I know you got a big schedule coming up. You're going to be coming to the Boston area once again because I know that you're out there now. And the best man in the Northeast from 1983 to 2004, I'm going to give you some more because I got it all from short and tall. All these people often imitated but never duplicated. It's the man of the foundation of professional wrestling. None of these joke kids that all these wrestling schools are letting these kids get in the ring. They're taking their money, that's all they want, and that's what they have. Professional wrestling will never be the way it was with Bruno Sammartino. Thank you,
Thank you, Rocky. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
This is the big one, the return match. The living legend Bruno Sammartino against his student, Larry Zbyszko. It was the Philadelphia PA to TV match with Larry Zbyszko turned on the living legend Bruno Sammartino and labeled him with a chair. This is the big one, Sammartino Zbyszko. As Larry Zbyszko attacks Sammartino before the bell, putting the boots to him. As Bruno Sammartino, the big comeback. And right to the head of Larry Zbyszko. As Bruno puts the boots to him hot and heavy here in Boston. Hear that corner buckle. It's Bruno Sammartino and Larry Zbyszko here in Boston. The feud that went on. Till finally tonight, it's gonna have to end. Bruno with a hammerlock on Larry Zbyszko. As Larry Zbyszko irate Bruno Sammartino. Him on the ropes now. Off the ropes. Big boot to the midsection of Bruno Sammartino. Larry Zbyszko. And Bruno knocks him outside the ring. Sammartino and Zbyszko here in Boston at the Boston Garden. This feud is an ongoing feud that lasted 17 months. And it must end tonight. And we're back here in the feud that goes on and on. Larry Zbyszko has just been counted out here in Boston as Tony Altamori awards the match to Bruno Sammartino.
Complicated getting in. All these car people are copying our lines now. They're copying the I Messiah. The best lines in the world were originated by the I Messiah. Did you know that? I did that earlier.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
We were the original guys with the slick.
Yeah. And next to Rocky is the amazing Jasmine.
Look at this girl. Look at her.
And then we have an end seat is the I Am Messiah. So we got everybody together.
Well, company. We got these two incredible girls that are going to be there. I don't know exactly. I think I'm just going to just hog them. I'm just going to make them walk to the ring with me.
What about
that's it. And the I Am Messiah. I'm your old the father. Don't I get any leftovers? Well, actually, no leftovers. We're going to come all together. We're one big family. And my new right-hand man, cameraman, pan up. Look at this man, Evo. Look at the frustration in his eyes. Look at his cheekbones. If you get smart with me, he'll slap you silly. And his middle name is not Willie. Because let me tell you, he'll whack you, he'll tack you, he'll even kind of... He wants the strap is what he wants. He wants this strap. He wants the strap to go down to one of his men. And he has a new man coming in, the Dungeon Master. He's 7'4", second to none. He weighs a ton. And he feeds him underneath the door. He's like a parakeet. Slides it in and slides it out. And that's it. In and out, in and out. And you, I heard you want to arm wrestle the incredible Ashley.
Well,
You want to go with her?
I have no problem with that.
Well,
No problem
We're
at all.
going to get it going. We'll get it going with you and her because last time, me and you had a problem. I told you stop, like you've got corn in your teeth, like you just come back from a barbecue. I want you to go down to Hyundai. I want you to buy me a $30,000 car, come down to
We're
a
not
show.
30,000, Rock. We have the best values on the planet, the best warranty, the best prices. You can get a $30,000 car. So at Hyundai of Wilmington, you can purchase any vehicle from anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000.
Wait a minute, it's starting to turn into an infomercial for Hyundai
it's
over
not.
here.
Well,
Listen,
you
I'll do
want
that.
last
I'll
time
go
you
one
have
better,
to
one better. I'll arm wrestle her for that belt.
This belt, this is the oldest sanctioned, supervised New England title. Do you know how old this belt is? Do you know the great stars that held this belt? You even know who they are?
I don't see any, so...
You don't see any, but you know Demolition held this title. The Warlord held this title. The incredible Astro Man from the Dominican Republic is
All
going
right,
to be
fine.
there.
So we'll
I'm going to introduce you to Astro Man because he's coming from Puerto Rico. He's from the Dominican Republic, Astro Man. And when Astro Man is in the house, there's a lot of things going on. But the ladder match, you're going to be there. You're going to be in some great footage for the show because you've got some new talent coming from Two Extreme Hardcore Pro Wrestling. And these two girls, like I said, I'm going to hog them for the night. That's all. I'm just going to hog them.
So what about the belt?
Everybody
Do
wants
the
a
arm
belt.
wrestle for the
Everybody wants
belt.
a
Why not?
Everybody in wrestling
Why
wants
not?
a belt. Do you know this is the oldest sanctioned New England title?
Well, let's put it on the line.
Okay, I'll put it
You
on the
bring it-
line.
you-
I tell you what, I'm going to put this belt on the line. But I'm going to warn you that this girl has been bench pressing approximately 125 pounds. We got her back in shape. She's been training in the gym with Jasmine. She's going to be doing some extreme hardcore wrestling coming. Look at these girls that we got coming from, the extreme pro wrestling. You got the incredible Ashley, and you got Jasmine. Jasmine is new on the block. She's the new kid on the block. Let me tell you, I saw her in the car. She was short. She put those shoes on. She got about 5. Cameraman, where are you? Where's the cameraman? Cameraman, zoom in on these shoes. These shoes are unbelievable. They're about a 5 foot. They're about 5 foot. They got the ankle support, no ankle support, and check out these shoes. Get these shoes too.
Those are the shoes I used to wear in the 70s.
Let me
Used to
tell you
have
something.
They had the big heel. I used to put the fish in the bottom of them. They used to swim around.
1 minute you're 3'3", the next minute you're 5'6", 5'8".
It works.
They work. Now tell us a little bit about what you've been doing. You're new. Come on, cameraman, zoom in on her. Come on.
Well-
Get a good close-up on her. Get it tight, get it right. Get it tight.
I just came in from Los Angeles, East LA actually. Come to check out what my friend's been up to. Moved down Boston and hopefully get a little piece of the action.
Are you single?
Single and looking.
You were here already, I'm kind of
I was-
mad at you anyways,
You mad at me?
You left
We
me-
were waiting for you to
You were
get here.
out playing golf last week, and you left me in the goddamn studio, looping tapes for 2 or 3 hours while you're out swinging the club, picking women up at the clubhouse.
That's not so.
Come
I was
on.
on the course trying to make you realize that golf is an entertainment.
Yeah.
And I was trying to entertain the woman. Unfortunately, the ball kept on going in the woods.
Well, let's tell me that joke about I wore 2 pairs of pants in case I get.
I didn't say that one, did I? I said the woods joke.
Come on.
You know?
Because then I have to go back to that thing you had on your finger. But you look handsome. That's my adopted father.
Brother, big brother, big brother.
That's right. Take a picture with either power company, but I know one thing. All the people are going to want to take pictures of these 2 precious commodities right here, and they're going to be available for 8x10s later. So you better go get your life savings.
Don't need my life savings.
What do you got?
Be there. I'm gonna be
No, that's
there.
right. You're going to be there. You're going to be there because we're
here.
inviting you down. And I want you to exclusively sign with 2 Extreme Hardcore Pro Wrestling. I'm not being negative towards any of the other wrestling organizations, but even the WWE can't keep up with me and the I Am Messiah. We've done things that people have not even dreamed of doing already. Did you put that one yet? But let me tell you something. The I Am Messiah got more tricks in his bag than you can believe. And he's got a big bag. He's like Santa Claus,
I have a vision of this. WCW had, at one point, they had the spinning ring when they were
Right,
doing their
right,
shows
right,
at Disney. Now let's use the spinning ring, all right? Your guy's never gonna, a lumberjack match in the spinning ring.
Could do again, but I like to get back like that tape, the classics from the Boston Garden.
Right.
Those were the tapes that, made me get into wrestling because I used to go to the Garden with my little 8mm camera, and I'd film the matches, and I'd, know which was coming on and everything, and it sort of taught myself how to wrestle with the 8mm tapes, and a lot of great matches in Boston. Boston was the mecca for Bruno Sammartino and all those great guys.
Absolutely. San Martino, Morales, quite a few guys made it really big in Boston.
Basically, a lot of great guys made it in Boston with You know, Blassie came to Boston from California. Pat Patterson came over from California. They all made a home here with the old WWF, and what you said. Fred Blassie became a booker. Now he's one of the oldest guys. Well, Fred Blassie was a handsome guy. He used to go out there and fish the women for Vince. That's why he got a job. He kept his job because he was a fisher. He wasn't a wrestler. He was a fisherman. He used to throw the line out and fish him in. You know, he was a good-looking guy at one time from California with all the fancy shirts. And basically all those guys that are in the WWE now that are a secure job, whether you're an agent or whatever you're doing with the WWE, it's a secure job. But as you know, Vince McMahon reaching for the stars, he said last night, if you want to reach for the stars and do this and do that. And he gave Kevin Nash a couple of things too. He told him if he don't watch out and when his arm gets back into shape again, if he don't get in the ring and do some wrestling, he can go hang with Scott
If you
Hall.
don't live up to the promises, you can be on the unemployment line. And Nash kind of gave him a signal back, almost a la Stone Cold Steve Austin. But, you know, Austin's no longer around either.
The incredible Ashley has been training in the gym. She's been doing leg squats. She's been doing lift-ups with the calves. She's been doing a lot of shoulder work, a lot of structural, you know, restructuring the upper part of the body. Do you really think you're going to be able to take on the incredible Ashley? Look at her. Look at the frustration in her eyes.
I have no problem with this.
Now, you guys didn't even
No
notice her
problem
new
with
hairdo.
this.
You like
I
her new
noticed the
hairdo?
hairdo.
What do you think of that?
I don't want to say too much because I
very
might get
nice.
beaten up
Very
again.
very striking.
I
Yeah.
will have a different hairdo.
Every single time? How about bald?
Every other week.
How about bald? How about we do this? You beat me,
How do you like
you lose
Rocky's
your hair.
hairdo?
I didn't like my hair.
There's a hairdo. There's a
You know what? I will
There we go.
It's like a chocolate milk.
That's a low maintenance deal right there. That's a low maintenance hairdo. So you got another gig. They're bringing in a 500-pounder. Oh, is this Kahuna?
See how you look. Cameraman, how does she look as the Boston bad girl?
Woo!
Good.
Go Jasmine.
Yeah, baby. Got it
Smells
going
good
on.
too, Rock.
Oh, you better believe it.
She smells like jasmine.
She's got some beautiful moves. We're going down. We're going to get some great talent. I want you guys to come down. You're invited always, of course. And we're going to show you that True Extreme Hardcore Pro Wrestling is going to be the elite in the independent network. We've always been the elite anyways. The Iron
Right,
Messiah.
exactly, with all our promotions, all our front gimmicks, all the shows that we produce, the types that we've showed on our shows. The WWF is starting to do them now. We did them years ago.
The one that we did was Evil Speaks, the Iron Messiah.
Right,
He set
exactly, with
everything
the
up,
smoke, with
the whole stage.
They had who was it, the Undertaker and Paul Bearer. We did that years ago.
And the Undertaker stole the gimmick from my buddies. Let's talk about the House of Pain a little bit. Frank and Joe Gulliver, the only twin tag team in New England. They held many titles in the New England area, as well as Evo here. Where's the cameraman? Cameraman, you gotta come up. You gotta pan up on my buddy Evo again. He wants to say a couple of words to our Spanish-speaking friends down there in Revere. Oh, that's Pedro Morales. I'm sorry. I got that mixed up. Morales used to come on and do a couple of Spanish-speaking
Yeah,
friends.
they both broke in.
But Evil's going to be down there, and he's going to be doing some great things with the House of Pain. They're a great group. They're local. They got a great following at one time, and we're bringing the Dungeon Master, the new Dungeon Master. He's about, I don't know, I would say he's about in between 397 pounds and 400 pounds. He's 7'4". He weighs a ton. He's second to none, and he can get the job done. He's a pretty big guy. He's got the big. The original Dungeon Master, which I originated into the sport of pro wrestling, he was a big man too. But this man is going to be proved to be double trouble, and you know.
All right, we have a phone call. John's on the line. John, your question, please, for Extreme Hardcore Wrestling.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Just wanted to let you guys know that I'm a big fan of the rock and roll wrestling deal. I think that's great. I have a couple comments, and then you can say whatever you want and hang up. Those two ladies, first of all, are hot, and I'm watching them now, and they're unbelievable. So keep doing what you're doing, ladies. And the first, I guess I want to address is Iron Messiah. It's always a pleasure too.
Thank you.
The first thing I wanted your comments on was why haven't what your thoughts on the hardcore wrestling is like and why guys like the FHL Nemesis and Jamie Payne haven't been pushed, and just basically what your thoughts on that is.
Well, basically, the hardcore wrestling originated a long time ago, but down south they were breaking chairs over each other's head way back when. Dusty Rhodes, he had many matches, many blood matches. The Funks, many crazy matches in Texas. Oh, Bruiser Brody, Iron Messiah hired Bruiser Brody. He came up from out of the area. No one wanted to put Bruiser Brody in the ring, but the I Messiah, he hired him because he had the cash.
They were afraid of him.
No one had the cash. Come on, stop being shy. You had all the money. You had it all. You have throwing money around like it was blowing up in the air.
High
You
expenses,
gave him
Dr.
$5,000 for the night.
Exactly.
I remember I was on the undercard. You gave me $300. You gave him $5,000.
Yeah, but you had to work your way up.
What do you mean work my way up? Now who's the boss?
Well, you're still around.
Now who's the boss?
You're the boss.
All right, there you go.
But I made you the boss. I brought you up. I cultivated
All right,
you.
you're right.
I was your big brother, remember?
You're right. You were stirring the stick around like this. For instance, the British Bulldog, he went to Japan. He had an extensive background in wrestling. Many matches in Japan. He came out of Canada with the Dynamite Kid. If you got that book on the caller, if you got that chance to pick up that book with the Dynamite Kid, it's a great book. I got about 10 more pages in it. Call me up. I'll sell it to you for half the price I saw it.
All right, we gotta get a quick phone call in. Rocky, we have another fan here. Frank's on the phone. Frank,
Hi, how are you?
how you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right, question please.
I was wondering who your favorite wrestler was.
My favorite wrestlers right now?
Yeah.
You're looking at them right here. Jasmine and the Incredible.
Do you think those ladies would go out on a date with me?
I don't know. You got 50 or 60 cents? I mean, dollars?
Yeah, I have plenty of money.
Yeah? How much you got?
I got like $70.
70? You can take me out to eat and leave them 70. You're not going to get found at 70 bucks.
You look like you might eat a lot, though.
Oh, you better believe it.
You're
Of course I eat a lot.
He loves the
buffets. Of course I eat a lot. I'm Italian. What do you think?
Where do you guys wrestle?
We wrestle all over the independent network from any part of New England. We've been all over the world. We've been to Canada, Puerto Rico. We've been all over California. There's a lot of independent networks. A lot of people don't understand that. Independent wrestling is thriving because there's nowhere else to go. You can only go to WWF, and that's WWE.
Get the F out, right?
Yeah, get the F out, absolutely. But what it is that there's nowhere to go. Years ago, you go to Oklahoma, go to Detroit, you go to New Mexico, you go to North Carolina, you can go all these different places, but now there's no other territories to go to but Vince. And you gotta eat a lot of humble pie over there.
Yeah, but a lot of them told us to go to Hull.
Hull. But the independent wrestling is thriving, as you know, and you'll be seeing a lot of shows. Come on down this Sunday to our show, and you'll see a great show. You'll see the I Am Messiah. You'll see the Incredible Ashley, as well as the newcomer here, Jasmine. And you never know, you might see the House of Pain too with my right-hand man Evil. Basically, we're going to go right now. We're going to get this punk right here, and this other punk to try to punk me out last time. But you're lucky you're way over there because I noticed you're hiding behind the table.
My legal advisory team told me that I should be over on this side to keep the division between us.
I don't blame you. You know why?
Now I'm a little concerned about being too close to this guy.
Well, that's all right. We can use him for cushion because I'll knock you right into him and I'll hit you so hard you won't even feel it. Now, I want you to understand one thing right now.
Putting the belt on the line.
We're putting the belt on the line right here. This belt is on the line. And basically, I don't want you cheating. I don't want you doing any ungodly things to my Incredible Ashley. Because if anything happens, I'm going to be right here watching it, okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to take this mic off. Because I'm going to spring on you like a springboard if you do anything wrong. Okay?
Who's refereeing this? Do we have an impartial referee for this?
Yeah, the I'm Messiah.
Wait a minute, wait. This is like so one-sided. It's not even fair. It's not even fair.
Okay.
What's going on? Are you going to block the camera angle? Are they going to actually see this, or are you going to shadow it all
I
out?
don't know where I'm going to be. I gotta
You might want to go sit back down over there.
Okay, all right.
You have total faith in your woman here. What's the problem?
I don't want no cheating, nothing going on, respect her, she's a lady, I want everything done properly.
She's going down. None of this garbage. Every time I run in here, every time what are we going to do this? We're going to do this?
Okay, get a grip, get comfortable.
Wait.
Go ahead,
She's all slimy. She's all slimy. Wipe it off. Wipe it off.
There's nothing here, that's all
Come
right.
on,
Don't look for excuses already.
You're doing this. You've got the gloves on.
You watching this?
All right. You comfortable? No excuses? You ready?
As I could be.
I'm on the count of three, we're going to say go. 1, 2, 3, go. And then we're going to start. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3, go.
It's the Incredible. Look at him putting it down, she's coming back.
No hands, no hands.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Come on, Ashley.
You thought you were going to win the
told you to take it out. Oh, boy, he got you again. Oh, boy. Here, take a look. Here, you get a belt. Here. You want to touch it? That's about all you're going to get. I'm going to take you.
Yeah. Oh, Paul, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. This may very well have been the last time.
This is it.